A game of chess is like a sword fight. You must think first, right? Before you move.
Special technique of shadow boxing. Special technique of shadow boxing. Shadow boxing. Shadow boxing. Shadow boxing. Shadow boxing.
Shit show anyhow.
Nah, dude. No, I'm not a computer guy. I'll just stick to beating people up, right?
Yeah, bro. I'm not much of a nerd myself. But what's been going on, bro? Where are you? Are you in the States or are you in?
I'm stuck in the UK. I was supposed to fly home this week, but then they've canceled my flights 3 times now. So I was originally supposed to fly out at the beginning of May, and then they canceled that one. And then I was supposed to fly out the 12th. They canceled that, rescheduled it for the 9th, and then canceled that. And now I'm rescheduled the 26th to be back home. But I'll probably be – actually, I don't know. I might be back in Thailand at the end of June. So we'll see.
You may as well, bro. We get free my visa ran out in March. And I went to the immigration, and they just gave me a free visa till the end of July.
Damn.
They're like, oh, we don't want crowds here, so just stay as long as you want.
Damn, dude, that's nice.
But yeah, I got because New Zealand's so strict, they closed all their borders and stuff anyway. So I just get a letter from the embassy staying in Thailand as long as I want until New Zealand sorts their life out.
Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what's going on here. It's like, so, I mean, a lot of people were saying is like, well, I think the flights to Thailand will be open before you can get back home. So fuck it, why not just go back to Thailand?
This is home anyway, bro. This is the dream.
I know it is the dream, dude. I miss it. I miss it, man. So, dude, what have you been up to since the whole pandemic, bro? I mean, I saw you guys like feeding people out there and fucking just being heroes and shit. You know.
We try to help out, bro. I've been working a lot, teaching English online and stuff. Heaps of private lessons with Crew Bank, you know, doing like Muay Thai pads and stuff.
Nice.
Do like an hour of pads every day. Go and roll with like Tristan, some of the boys,
Nice.
like Nat and stuff. But you know, it's not the same as having the whole team there grinding. But you got to compromise somehow, you know.
Yeah, for sure, man. I miss it. I haven't rolled in it's almost gonna be 2 months, bro. There's a lot of shadow boxing, man. Everybody's fucking nobody. I've asked a few guys that have been training out here, and they're like, nobody wants to train. They're all like, I mean, they're to be fair, there's a boxing gym like a few blocks out from here, and they got fined 3 times because the guy, he's like, listen, I got to do privates, bro. Like, I got to do something to keep the doors open, and they gave him a stupid fine for doing that. So after that, all these gyms have been super afraid to like even get like 2 people to go roll in there.
Bro, we've been getting things. We've been putting like just random mats that are like not the same height, you know, like shit in the way, and just been rolling around like on people's floors and stuff. We got nothing, like nowhere to go. You know, we can't train at Team Quest because same thing. We could get a fine or something.
Yeah.
So yeah,
dude,
we've been rolling like.
When like all this went down, I started thinking like probably about 3 weeks in, it's like, holy shit, dude, it's like MMA back before 2010.
Yeah, bro.
It's like going to people's garages again. It's like, oh man, I miss the days where it's like, all right, bro, here's the mats. Just watch out for the lawnmower there and the car should be good.
Yeah, like obstacle rolling, you know. Like,
yeah,
that's that's how all of my first training and shit really was as well. We had like we had a gym that was out the back of like a motorbike shop, you know.
Yeah.
So there's like we had like a couple of panels of cage and like some mats and stuff, but the rest of it was like tripping over shit and, you know, moving around and having a good time. Yeah, it was the dream.
Hell yeah, man. I remember, I miss those days. That was like how we used to train back in like high school, man. It was fucking funny. But shoot, dude. But yeah, like, so The show is like I'm just inviting a lot of like not just fighter friends, but like people I find interesting that like on my travels and stuff. And what I love about you, man, is like I've always found you to be one. You're probably one of the funniest fuckers I know in MMA.
That's something people don't understand though, because I'm always very professional on a lot of other podcasts, bro. Super nice, super cool, you know. But
but man, like you came all the way from New Zealand and you came to Thailand to train and to fight, man. And like I just want to ask you, I don't think I've ever asked you, like what was your motivation in wanting to be an MMA fighter and to have the balls to leave your country that's hella fucking far and come all the way to a place like Thailand, man?
I don't know. Even before, like, so I started training properly when I was 18. But even when I was like 13, 14, bro, I watched like Chuck Liddell versus Rich Franklin, I think was the first pay-per-view that I bought. And I remember, I think growing up watching like Dragon Ball Z, Tekken and shit, you know,
Hell
like
yeah.
I was like, I could do that, you know, that looks cool. And my dad's a black belt in karate, you know, he's like an Australian champ and stuff. So he was super, I was always around martial arts growing up. Like, it was never like a super huge part of my life like it is now, but it was always there. I was always interested, always curious.
Right.
And then, I actually got, probably my first year and a half out of high school, I got arrested like 6 times just doing stupid shit, you know? And so, I was like, I need to stop hanging out with these retards and go and do something like worth doing, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, man, fuck. I was like, bro, fuck these guys. And so I moved to Christchurch. Well, actually, started doing a lot of weights. I got real big. And then so my coach had a buddy who had been to Thailand, fought everywhere. And we did like some sparring just to warm up. And he just smashed me, bro. Like I just got caned. And I was like, oh, what the hell? I thought I was a tough guy, you know? So I moved to, and he told me like, if you want to take this seriously, you got to go to Strikeforce. It's the best gym in New Zealand at the time. So next week, bro, just packed my shit and left. That's where I went. And then through training at Strikeforce, met a lot of guys who had been to Team Quest, were sponsored, or, you know, I'm still very good friends with Dylan and the boys here.
Yeah.
So I come out a couple times, trained, did tryouts and stuff, got the sponsorship, but yeah, to be honest, bro, I never really was good at anything else. I never really had anything else going for me. Like I dropped out of school and stuff. So everyone's like, oh, you gave up your whole life to move to Thailand, but never really had anything going on anyway, bro. Like, and I don't mean like, I say that and people think that sounds sad, you know, people think it's like, oh, you know, you pity yourself, but I think it's good. I found the thing that I'm good at. I found the thing that I want to do.
You found your home, man. Like, I mean, that's how I felt when I decided to pick up and leave too. Like after traveling to Thailand, similar thing, dude. I think like I came back in 2012 with my coach up to Chiang Mai, and he was training out of Santai Muay Thai. Same thing, beat the fucking shit out of me, bro. So I wanted to see how this guy learned it, and traveling with him and spending time in Thailand, I felt the same thing. It's like I had something at home, but it's just like, you know, once you get out, especially like a place like Chiang Mai or Bangkok or wherever, you know, it's just, holy shit, I met a bunch of other psychopaths that are just into the same shit I am, dude. Like I found my people, bro. Found my home.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I think a big thing is like everyone just does what they're told, bro. And so, you know,
I mean,
like
more than now, dude, like you see it. Like for me, it's so weird just to see how quickly like the behavior of people here, like they just get in lines for the cues. It's like,
yeah, it's stupid, bro. But like people would be like, you know, oh yeah, I'm going to move to Thailand and I'm going to just go train there and have a good time. And they're like, well, what about a job? What about a visa? What about, you know, everything possibly negative that they could say. They'd be like, what about this? Don't worry about it. I'll sort that out when I get there, you know?
Yeah.
And now I don't think people understand that, like, maybe not now because the virus and shit, but you could legit just pack your bags and move to fucking Sri Lanka tomorrow, you know?
Yeah.
Just cause you can go anywhere, you can do anything, but people get told that they can't, or their parents tell them that they can't, or their boss or something, you know?
Yeah,
And
and then what I kind of realized too is like with those people when I said I was going to stay out here and do that and leave my career, it was people who were too afraid to do it themselves, you know,
mm,
and because they never feel fulfilled their dream, they don't want to see you go and pursue it, you know, pursue your own, because then it's a reflection of what they didn't do.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, we call those people fuckwits, bro. Where I come from, you know. But yeah, like I still got, bro. When I was living in Christchurch, I was like, I thought I was the man, you know. Like I'd go to nightclubs. All the security trained with me, so I knew all the security. I was in town all the time, always drinking. I had heaps of friends, you know,
Yeah.
heaps of friends, and I'd end up, you know, I've been back to New Zealand twice now, and you know, I've seen my boys, like my main friends that still talk to me,
Mm-hmm.
and now I go back and I see all the guys that used to love drinking with me, love coming to my parties and stuff, and now they're like, oh hey, they don't even want to talk to me, you know. So
Mm.
it's like there's so many people they like being around you when it's convenient, or they like, you know, they think you're popular when you got something going on. But I realized, like, when I moved away, I realized I've really only got maybe 10, 15, like, solid actual friends that still talk to me, still check on me. You know, I'm still in their group chats and stuff. We still talk,
Yeah.
you know. And then there's, like, thousands of people that I just sort of know that, like, will talk to me if they want something or if they need something, you know.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I kind of also love about fighting, is because it's like a fast forward button onto seeing who was really there for you. You know, like
Mm.
especially when you lose, you know who really gave a fuck about you, because like everybody will call you when you win. Everybody loves you
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're your boy.
Yeah.
But when it's just you and you know in the back, and then you see who's really ringing and you see who's really in your corner. That's what I always loved about fighting, is that it revealed to me the bullshit that is like normal life really quickly, you know,
Mm.
and then who's for real and who ain't, you know?
Yeah. That's the big thing, bro. Like when I went to the Philippines and I fought, and I didn't check my phone, and I went to pick it up, and it was going that hard that it just turned off because I won the fight. You know, it was
Yeah.
exciting. Everyone heard about it. My phone literally blew up, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm real cool, you know. And
Yeah.
then I flew to Australia by myself, you know, fought by myself, and posted the result. I didn't look at my phone, and I checked it again. I had 3 calls, and 2 were from my mom. You know,
Yeah.
so like that's the difference, bro. It's like everyone's your mate when you're the man. No
Yeah.
one's your mate. I'm coming off 2 losses right now, bro, and you know, no one cares.
Yeah.
Like that's a big thing. Like seeing your actual boys, you know, your actual family, your actual friends that care about you and want to like be a part of it no matter what. Like and you see the guys that, you know, they love the talk, they train once a week. You know, they're not your real boys, you know.
Yeah, man, rocking their top out t-shirts and shit, dude.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, the 2-stripe white belt sitting down at the pub, being like, "Well, fucking Eldo needs to, you know, needs to shrimp," you know, talking shit like.
Okay, hell, dude. I know, man. I know it's crazy, but like, I mean, with you coming on, I mean, granted, dude, like that, your last loss when you went to Australia, I mean, the fucking balls for you to go by yourself. Like, one, not only to fly yourself out there, but to go with no cornerman was like
Mm,
fucking crazy. Like, I mean, I did a similar thing with the bare knuckle boxing, but fortunately, I had one guy that I was training with that was willing to come. But
mm.
still, like, I after that fight, it made me realize about yours. It's like, holy shit, dude, fucking Jack got some fucking parabola. Just fucking show up out of fucking nowhere, dude. And take
Bro,
this,
it
have your
was
team around you, you know?
yeah, it was funny, bro. Like I was sitting out back, right? So like I know one person in Perth, and that's like my old drinking buddy from high school, you know. Lucky he's like a real good cunt, but he was in the crowd, you know, he was not allowed out back. So
Yeah,
like I rocked up, I was just chilling by myself, you know, like just hanging out, and everyone's like throwing down, hitting mitts, getting the talk and that, and I was just like sitting there by myself. Oh fuck, all right, like this is gonna be this is how it is, you know, fuck him. And they're like, he's the hometown guy, you know, like he sold majority of the tickets for the event. You know, he owns a gym in the town, he's a coach, blah blah
right.
blah. he's like, he's a gangster, you know. His record's not real flash, but he's a fucking good fighter. Like, there's nothing, you can't take anything away from Ryan. He's tough, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that I didn't have a manager or anything, so I was struggling just to find fights. So I messaged the guys at Eternal, and I was like, look, I'll fucking fly myself there. Like, I paid for that myself. I was like, you pay for my hotel, and I'll just fight anyone, put whoever you got. And they're like, oh, fuck, this guy's a legitimate fighter, you know. I'll fight whoever. And so, yeah, they, obviously I took the loss, you know, took it like a man. And, yeah, fuck, I went and had a couple beers with my one bro, you know, afterwards. And I was like, that was our party. And there was actually a UFC on. So I had the fight, went back, had a shower. We went to a sports bar. We're watching UFC. And I was like, fuck, bro, 20 minutes ago, that was me in there, you know. Like, it was super crazy, bro. But that's the thing, is like the gym I was brought up in is like Carl Weber, you know, Coach Hostile. If you don't know about him, then you don't know about fighting at all, you know.
Yeah. And then, like, it's crazy, dude. Like, in the last, like, year, it just seems like all these New Zealand guys just took over the UFC, it feels like. Like, it's fucking...
Yeah, well, we've been doing this a long time, bro. It's not just like a overnight thing.
Yeah.
So, majority of the guys... I won't get into the politics of it, but majority of the guys that are at City Kickboxing now used to be at Strikeforce, which was my gym, Mark Abelardo's gym, you know? So, like... Yeah, I'm not taking any credit for them. They did their thing. They're far better than I am. But it's all the same crew, bro. We all come from that same lineage. And if you look at their records, bro, there's no easy fights. There's none of this bullshit, you know?
Yeah,
like,
don't pat in their record or anything like that over there. You know, every win's hard win, you know?
Bro, like, my record's 2-3. That sucks. But you look at my 3 losses. Yeah, my 3 losses all have Australian titles, all blue belt, purple belt. You know, boxing title, MMA title, featherweight, bantamweight, flyweight. One of the guys my third pro fight was, so before Kai Kara France got signed to the UFC, he fought a guy called Zhao Yuji from China, and that was my third pro fight, like a year before. So. Like, I'm fighting gangsters, bro. I'm fighting real guys.
Yeah, and I mean, it's good because you know where you stand, you know? Like, I mean, in that last one, you gave that guy a good fucking hard time, man. And it's just whatever. I mean, that's the thing is the MMA, it's like if we're splitting hairs, you know, it's like you'd be winning the whole time and the next thing you know, boom, something happens. But yeah, if you know you're in there with top guys, and I mean, you're training with all of us, dude, like, you know, you're an animal. It's just a matter of time. And you're willing to do what, like, a lot of guys aren't willing to do. Guys want to pick easy fights these days, you know? Like, everybody, they're trying to make it like it's a path. And, you get 5 or 6. I mean, at least this is what I remember when I was living in California. It was like before you win 5 fights in a row, you get onto the Ultimate Fighter, or you can get signed on UFC. So let's go find you some fucking cans, get you all pumped up, and then get you signed. You know, that was
let's shoot down 7 and see like, go down 7-Eleven, find the local cunt that wants to earn $1 and just take him down, you know?
Yeah.
Bro, like, you know, I live in Thailand, bro. You know as well as anyone, like, I could very easily compromise my integrity and get 20 wins fucking next week.
Yeah.
You know, I could easy just find, especially these Muay Thai guys. Yeah. Just roll in there, bro. Sup, want 500 baht? Here. Take them down, you know, like it's nothing for me to get easy wins. Yeah. And a lot of people have told me to do that. A lot of people say, we'll just get you these easy fights. And it's like, I don't want that, bro. That's not being a fighter. That's being like an actor, you know?
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, and I mean, the whole reason why I feel like a lot of people got into MMA was because it was the only thing that was real. You know, if you start kind of doing that and propping up cans to try and build up your name, it's like I always think of like a quote, you know, you're not really ever in a fight. If you're constantly just whooping everybody's ass, it's an expedition bout. You're just showing off. A fight is when a guy fucking is pushing back, dude. And then how do you overcome it when you're met with resistance from another man who's just as skilled as you? Like, that to me is when you're a real fighter, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing, bro. There's a lot of performers. A lot of people want to perform nowadays, but no one wants to actually fight, you know? And, bro, I get it. I understand. Fighting sucks sometimes. Bro, getting fucking kneed in the face. I got 19 stitches in my fucking forehead. Like, that shit sucks, bro. It's not fun.
No,
But,
it's not, bro.
yeah, all right, it fucking sucks, bro. But that's the sport that they chose, or that's the sport that they're. If you want to be a part of the sport, that's going to be part of it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, good on you. Like, you're the champ of what, you know? Like, oh, I'm 20-0, I got every belt ever, but who are you for? You know, what have you done?
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. And I think and then also too, I felt like the losses that I've had were always way more valuable than any win that I've ever gotten, you know?
Mm.
Like, especially with like this last BKB fight and being cut up, I never realized that. I was like, oh, I need to move my head more.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, for sure.
I need to move my head way more.
Yeah, or you realize, like, bro, the thing that always astounds me is how comfortable or how safe you feel when you're tired.
Mm.
Like, when you're in a fight, like a real fight, your hands are here, and you're like, yeah, my hands are up. You know, when you're tired and shit, you know, your coach, hands up, and you're like looking at them, what the fuck, bro? They're like right in front of my nipples, you know, like they are up. But like, yeah, that's a big thing, bro. I've learned so much from all of my losses. But I mean, bro, I had some fights that I have won fairly easily as well, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, big deal. You get the ego boost, whatever. You get the Instagram pics, but you know, you want real fights,
Yeah,
as far
exactly.
as I'm concerned.
And then like, dude, like what have you, so like, I don't know, there was like a few moments with like this whole fucking Corona shit where I was like, is there even going to be any fights anymore? Is there ever going to be like any, or how, if there are, how long is it going to take? You know, so like, did you kind of ever have like one of those moments, or like, I mean, it must be easy when you have like all the guys at Team Quest, you know, it makes it a little bit easier. For me, it's just kind of been a little more alone, but you know, I don't know. We like, did you have any feelings about that or dealing with that shit, or?
So I was actually cutting weight, bro, because I was gonna fight on that FMD card.
Yeah.
So I was cutting weight, and I was like, bro, I got a funny feeling this shit won't happen, but I kept cutting regardless, and then got the call it was postponed, like 8 weeks or 10 weeks or something. So I was like, oh sweet, fucking order a pizza and chill out for a bit, you know.
Yeah.
You get fat, and then yeah, got postponed again. So now I'm just living, yeah, that good life. You know, I'm not cutting weight. I am still preparing. I still want to fight that same guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew this is going to be a bit of a sham, bro. Like, I knew give it 6 months, it'll all be back to normal, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I know, yeah, maybe you have to wear a face mask when you go to watch a fight or something, but it'll be back to normal, bro. Like, whoever caused this, once they've done whatever they're trying to do, shit'll go back to normal, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm hoping as well. You know, I think now you're getting a lot of pushback from everybody. Everybody wanting to get back to their fucking lives, dude. I mean, so I mean, I'm really hoping for that too, dude. And just get back to fighting, man. I just, you know, I felt like I was on a roll too, and just want to keep pushing it while I still can. I still got a few years, bro.
Yeah, bro. Well, the thing is, like, we got such a solid team at Team Quest, bro. We're like, everyone, yeah, like you've been a part of it, that daily grind, bro. Like, I feel like I've been making so much progress, in the last 2 years that I feel like it'd be rude of me, you know, or I feel like it'd be a letdown for like those few people that have been like encouraging me to continue and stuff. I feel like I'd be letting them down if I wasn't competing, you know, if I wasn't trying to fight often.
Yeah.
Big thing that I'm thinking about, bro, is like, you know, there's two kinds of people in the world. It's like optimist, pessimist, you know? Like, pessimist is like, they'll sit at home, complain, play Xbox and fucking smoke cigarettes and shit, you know, and just wait for this to finish. But I've always been a positive guy, bro. Always been an optimist. So like, yeah, we got, as far as I'm concerned, we got 8 weeks, bro, just to sit down, work, learn things, focus, fucking do something, you know, and then by the time everything goes back to normal, I'm going to be 10 steps ahead of everyone who just sat there and drank piss, you know?
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, that was my thinking too, is like, well, I guess, I mean, for the last like couple of months, I've been working on my striking. I guess I have 2 more months to work on it. So fuck it, dude. Just shadow boxing every day, fucking doing like prison work style workouts in the little space yard that we do have. That was it, man. Just getting ready for war, you know, whatever gonna come. It's fucking COVID zombie apocalypse, or if it's another fight, dude, I'm fucking ready, bro. No one's clapping my ass, man. I'll tell you that.
Bro, I'm fucking spewing. I would have way rather zombies. At least we could get out and do our jits in that, you know, like see what works, you know. Now we just got cunts walking around with the flu. It fucking sucks.
Oh, man, I know, dude. Fucking know. Well, dude, here, I don't know how, usually, like, let's see, bro. So, like, before we end it, I try and keep them like around half hour-ish.
Oh yeah, I don't know how long we've been going.
Yeah, I mean, I know we can keep going if you want, but like I try and ask everybody, like, what, let's say, like, man, you had some new guy came up to you, dude, and was like asking for a little bit of advice, and it's like, oh, yo, bro, like, you traveled, you know, you've flown all over the place, Philippines, Australia, everywhere to take these fights, you know, I mean, you're living the style, man. I mean, we were all the guys at Team Quest were living that style of just like eat, sleep, train. That's all we did twice a week or twice a day, every day, you know, like, what would you say to like some guy that's brand new or some guy that wants to make the leap? Okay, fucking these guys are over there. I want to travel. I want to go do this shit too. Like, what would you say to them now?
So if it's someone from like someone that's trained before, someone from my gym back home or something, maybe wants to come out, make the transition from a part-timer to a pro fighter, you know, you train full time. I think obviously train as hard as you can before you get here. You want to be ready. But once you get here, I think having that white belt mentality, you know, you want to learn from everyone. Understanding that even though, like, there might be someone that you might beat in wrestling, but they're a better striker than you. Or, you know, other way around, they're a better wrestler than you. So you might beat them in sparring, but they know so much more than you in one aspect. Be willing to understand and learn things from, you know, understand even that white belt might know something you don't know, you know? So try and learn everything that you can from everyone. And when it comes to traveling, getting these different shows, different promotions and stuff, shake everyone's hand. Be polite. Don't just talk to the one promoter, do your fight and go home. That's boring. Like, then you're solely relying on your athletic ability or your performance, you know? If you can go to the show and you see, oh, that guy's the cameraman. Nice to meet you, bro. My name's Jack. Oh, that guy's you know, this guy runs this. He does this podcast. He does this. That's the ring girl. She's real hot. Shake her hand. Make sure, like, you know, meet everyone. Introduce yourself to everyone. When I got back from the Philippines, bro, I had like 200 friend requests just from random people that I met.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's pretty, like, I'm happy you said that, dude, because I noticed that when you were cornering me in my FMD fights that you were doing that, you know? And that was something that I wished for sure when I was, especially in my amateur days, that somebody had told me, because, like, I always thought when I was coming up that, okay, I'm going to just dedicate all my time and skill to becoming really a good fighter, but then not talking to anybody, not letting anybody know who I am, or, you know, and that's also part of the business, you know, and I have noticed that, yeah, you're really good at that, man.
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be a dick sucker about it, bro, but
no, but you just being genuine.
Yeah, just say hi. Like, it's like, yeah, you don't have to do like some big crazy, you know, spend 10 minutes talking to them. Just saying, hi, my name's Jack. Yeah. What do you do? How do you know, are you cornering someone? Are you a coach? Blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, cool. I'm cornering Javier. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You know, like, even when I went to Singapore with Marie and Peter, you know, like, obviously I want to corner them. I want to make sure they're doing well. But at the same time, bro, we got Rich Franklin. We got that dude Bashir. He like signs all the guys, you know. We got judges, cameramen, everything. like if they're there, it would be a waste of my time to not meet them, to not say hello. Even that way, you know, someone, for example, someone could watch this. They're like, oh, who's Jack? Oh, that's that guy I met at FMD. That's the guy I met in Singapore, the Philippines, Australia, you know? And so it just opens up so much opportunity for you. So yeah, my two pieces of advice: try and learn from everyone, and be polite, genuine, and friendly, and try to make as many connections as possible.
Nice, dude. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, I like it, dude. This is a good way to end it. I like it, bro. Fucking have an open mind and just be good to people.
Yeah, well, that should just be everything in life, bro. Like, not just becoming a successful fighter, but yeah, if you're a cunt, no one's going to want to do you any favors, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking sweet, bro. Well, dope, dude. Well, I'll end it on that. And the recording on that.
Right,
but pause it.